Hello, this is Ryan from NowGamer.
This is Paul.
And this is the second episode of The Wolf Among Us. So, Paul, tell me, because I know nothing about this really, what is this?
This is an adventure game which is made by Telltale, who made The Walking Dead. So it's a very similar thing in that it's very story heavy and you've got choices, and your choices affect how characters perceive you and what happens in the story.
Yeah, because I've played Walking Dead and I just saw the classic thing you have with this character will remember that. So is this the same kind of thing then, where you have different dialogue options to choose from and they influence how things play out? Is it the same kind of game?
Yeah, it's exactly the same in that respect. It's the differences in terms of the style of it. I mean, I've still got that kind of cartoony style, but it's it's based on a graphic novel and it looks like that. It's influenced by kind of hard-boiled aesthetic, like noir, and it's very dark, as with The Walking Dead, but it's also got a bit more of an outlandish tale. It's based on like fairy tale characters that live in New York in the real world. So it's a bit crazy in that respect.
Is it a funny game?
Not really, no. It takes itself fairly seriously. But yeah, I mean, as talking about The Walking Dead, I mean, it's episodic as with that. So as you said, this is the second one. I don't think it's quite as strong as the first one.
Why is that? What's the difference?
The first one seemed to be doing some things a little bit different in The Walking Dead, and this had the kind of detective thing going on. So there was a section where you had to find evidence and use that evidence to tease out the truth from characters, whereas in this one, it's more. It seems to be dropping that a little bit and just going, do you want to do this or this, to try and get something out of a character, and it's just not quite as interesting. I thought they were going to, go a little bit of a different way, which hopefully they still will. I mean, there were episodes of The Walking Dead that weren't as strong as others, so I wouldn't say this is a bad episode. But
is this another series and that's going to be 5 episodes long? Have they not said?
Yeah, it's 5 episodes long again. Yeah, so it's the same thing in that respect. But yeah, also another thing, like The Walking Dead's had its technical difficulties, this has got that as well, which is a bit disappointing. I didn't really find there were any in the first episode on PC. Okay. I know there were issues on console, it was a lot worse, but I played this one on PC as well, and those technical difficulties are creeping in, which is disappointing, because when you're in a conversation with a character that's meant to be this kind of intense experience, and you get like a 2-second pause of nobody saying anything, or a jerky cut or something, it just takes you completely out of it.
So the problems, well, the technical problems at least, are sufficient enough that it detracts from your enjoyment.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we've been sort of willing to overlook them to some extent in Telltale games, but yeah, the technical difficulties are enough to sully the experience a bit. It doesn't ruin it. It's still a good episode, as I say, not as strong as the first one, but there's a mystery that they set up that they've done well, and it's enough to make me want to know what they're going to do next and make me want to keep playing and find out what happens.
Just quickly then, would it be worth someone jumping in with this episode, or is it worth starting with episode 1? I mean, is there enough of continuation that it is definitely worth starting with episode 1?
No, you've got to start with episode 1 really, because it's continuing on this mystery. Yeah, it's
otherwise you won't be allowed to play.